Hey, how you doing, Issa? How you doing, baby? Anna, big up yourself. Emma, big up yourself. Hope all you ladies are okay. Big up Nashville. God bless you too, my darling. Alea, good to see you, my darling. Guys, I'm gonna go live on YouTube today for the first time. I'm gonna spend like an hour on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys have subscribed already, but I would really appreciate it if all of you went and subscribed. Big up. Thank you, Emma. I'm exhausted, but God is good. God is awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome. So if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube, it's linked in my bio. Thank you. It's in my bio, Jenny. Because I'm going to be going live on YouTube for the first time. I kind of have an understanding of it. So that's good. I wanted to speak on this that my darling sent me. Oh, shoot. He sent me this article. Let me put it up a little bit more. All right. So, hey, Sean, how you doing, beautiful? Andrea, good to see you, baby. Shay, good to see you. Guys, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube, Dominique, big up, baby. If you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube, I implore you to do so. It's linked in my bio. It won't take you not even a minute. Just click on my big ass face at the side of your screen and it will take you directly to my page, right? And right in my bio, you will see the YouTube icon. You click on that and it takes you right over to YouTube. Big up Jen, big up Dina. Listen, it's getting like that. Clean Pum Pum 2024 and beyond, not a fed. Sorry to hear about that. It's something that is going around. They're calling it walking pneumonia. It comes on like a typical flu or the common cold. And the reason, yes, it is for real. I wish it wasn't hard. Big up, time's up. No, darling. I have people that need me, so I'm going to be taking on a bit more than I normally do. So you guys have to bear with me. I am going live on YouTube. I'm going to be on there for like an hour. All right. Get the likes up to 5K, guys. Yes, that's what they're calling it. Oh, we got a guest. Guys, let's get the likes up to 5K. Come on now. Morgan, big up yourself, beautiful.
Hi, Shanta.
Hey, Mikey, what's up?
I'm chilling. You got that fertile pum pum.
Very, very, very fertile.
Hell yeah. Who's Quagmire you got up there on the screen?
This strapping middle-aged gentleman has now been appointed as a airport security, so he will be frisking women and young and young girls if they are taught to be carrying contrabands and other things that should not be permissible on a flight. So he's gonna be doing all that. He's gonna be searching up the punani, touching on the breastises. Big up yourself, Lion. How are you?
Well,
All of that good stuff.
why do they always have the old Buzz Lightyear chin?
Because like all men, like all men, they're very strong, even their chins.
It's like it's either the Jay Leno chin or the Batman chin or the Buzz Lightyear chin. It's always the big, wide, broad chin.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because they're filled with so much testosterone. That's all man right there, darling. He's all the man that any woman needs. Look at him. This is a strong ass man. Bro looks like Johnny Bravo with a weave. But he's gonna be frisking women. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine as a woman? You're going through the airport and they suspect that you have whatever. And then this strapping, beautiful woman comes over to frisk you and to search you. Come on now, pick up yourself, John. Can you imagine?
I mean, they could fillet your Dioc, but they can't fillet that chin.
Mm-mm-mm. He could never search me. I would scream bloody murder. I would scream rape. I will scream sexual abuse. He could never touch me. Ever. Are you crazy? How
You
can you be
know,
having this man giving a cavity search?
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the big bad wolf dressing up his grandmother on Little Red Riding Hood. You remember that story?
Yes, I do. My dad used to read it. Why your grandma? Why your teeth so big? Big up Django. The better to eat you with. Yes, that's him. The crimson chin. He
Why
didn't
are
even
your
put any
hands
effort,
so
bro. Just put
big?
on a cheap ass wig. Go ahead, darling.
Why are your hands so big? The better to fondle you with, my dear.
That's exactly what I listen. And something in the interview because there's a video on this. And big ups to Chas for sending me. In the video, he spoke about how they said that he's a threat to women, and he mentioned every group except when it came to the children. He said, and I quote, they said that I want to, mess with this group, that group. He never said children. So right away, right then and there was this smoke smile on his face. I think this man is a predator. Not only is he an autogynephile, but he's a child predator, in my opinion. Big up yourself, CSP. Good to see you,
But
baby.
but notice, they've always tried to hide in plain sight.
Very true. I did not like the smug look on his face. I did not like it at all. This is a disgrace to all women out there. They're showing women, they're showing us that they don't care about us. Whoever these people are that are in charge, and the UK has gone to ish because this is in the UK. Trump should ban them from the army. They're mentally unwell. They can't serve. They're not fit to serve. How can you entrust a man that is gonna be worried about taking cross mix hormones versus protecting your six? Thank you guys for the kiss. Big up funny bone. This man is gonna be worried about taking his estrogen. Can you imagine if he's out there in the field, right? During combat and he hasn't got his cross mix hormones for like a month. Can you imagine he's gonna unalive his own men? You can't have these people. They're unhinged. They're not mentally fit. They should not be serving, and I stand by that. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Trump should ban them from the army. All they do is carry dead weight because another thing, they want to do the bare minimum and get past, to go and serve. Other people, normal people, have to be doing everything to make sure that they're fit and ready. These people can take emotional leaves, all these things, and then just be signed in. No, you're not fit anyway. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're mentally unstable, mentally disturbed, whatever you want to call it. But they're a basket case, and they should be treated as such. There's no way that the United States military could take this type of crap seriously. I mean, especially
Exactly.
when for years, like people with long hair, they had to shave their hair. People with a bunch of tattoos, they may not let you join because it's like for the military, I mean, if you know anything about the history, they feel like they own you in the military,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess they want to have your profile down to a T, so they can know whether they can trust you in a emergency situation, or are you the nut job that's going to incite friendly fire?
And these
You
are
know,
the nut jobs that will incite friendly fire. We got to keep it above. I honestly believe from the depths of my soul that if these men are put in combat, right? With this impending war that we have brewing, and they're out there and they can't get their cross mix hormones, they're going to become dysphoric and they're going to unalive their own men. That's, I
uh,
honestly
the-
believe that.
and they're gonna unalive the
Hey,
ones
Joshua Poo.
who they feel like misgendered them, or who
Yep.
don't take their gender seriously. I'm
Yep.
telling you.
Yep. That's exactly what they're going to do. So Trump should bar them from the military. Trump should bar them. I don't
In
really care
fact,
who likes it or not. Big up,
there's
Shark.
there's a lot of people in the military who need to be investigated as well. There was a lot of things that happened during that whole fake escapade where they were looking for Osama. The prisoners that they were taking, some of our soldiers was, you know, schmorchering people, and it was allowed. It wasn't something that was independently done, in my opinion. The higher ups knew about that. That's the only way these sort of things would have went on. But what happened is they was recording some of that, and it went viral, and it kind of exposed that there's a lot of deviance within the military ranks, and where you see different things like the smorcher and things that went on, and they was doing schmexual stuff too to the
Remember that
prisoners,
that
right?
Dahmer was in. I don't know if he was in the Navy or the military, but he was in somewhere serving. Dahmer, and he used to grape the men in there. Don't forget about that.
Right. So there's a lot of corruption within there where, their internal affairs isn't really doing their job. And you know, I think Trump may get a lot of things investigated, but you know how those people have a certain amount of immunity. They may get to step down to avoid any consequences or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Very true, very true. A lot of people don't know that little bit of history that Dahmer was serving. I don't know which fraction he was serving. I don't know if it's the military, the Marines, or the Navy. I don't know. But he was raping men while he was in there. Some of them he gave certain things in their drinks, and then he would do it. Some of them he just brazenly held them down and did what he wanted to do, and people knew. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so they may have the information of how many tours he may have served, because they say the more tours that a lot of people serve, who may be mentally unwinding up there, they say that it's the crazier you get, the more tours you serve. But I don't know. And what he may have seen or been able to get away with on his first tour may have determined who he became after that.
Yup. The fact that he got away with it, that's why he became so brazen, because everybody just turned a blind eye. And now we have this other deranged man here who calls himself a woman, who feels himself entitled to use women's restrooms, women's spaces.
And the sad part about that as well
Saw that,
is
man.
that a lot of people who served, they have a patriotism that like this, where the country is their god or their master, well, the military, and they give each other I guess leeway or passes, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that dude may have gotten some favoritism, from officers who may have served before,
Yup.
right? So like I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy. There's so many things to look at within. I mean, I guess I'll just call it a rabbit hole.
Yup. Very much so. It is a rabbit hole. And unfortunately, a lot of people can't believe that these things actually happen, that these things actually take place. A lot of people don't want to go down that road. But at the end of the day, it's good to know. It's good to know, right? And as it concerns this man, I think that the UK is just totally gone off its rockers. Look at this man. He didn't even try to do anything. He just put on a wig. He's gonna live out every sexual fantasy, touching women up inappropriately. He's gonna have a lot of bathroom breaks while doing his job. I bet he's gotta tape his pianist down while touching those women. Because how
This
can he contain himself and not get aroused? Go ahead,
the
Mike.
the sad part is with um the hidden camera or the mini camera technology advancing and becoming more cheap. You're gonna have to look out for these things with them allowing pervs in the bathroom.
And he's gonna be using women's restrooms as well. It's just sick, all around sick. But I don't know, Jenny. I think so. I think that you should be able to request somebody else. You know what I mean? I could never allow any man like this to be touching me up. I could never allow it. He would have had to go somewhere to sit down.
Hey, but could you imagine that though? You're hurt. You're in a medical emergency. And this guy shows up in one of those white vans behind. He responds to your to your emergency, and he filling you up instead of helping you.
He
And
could
and
never
and
have
and,
touched me.
and he may be trained to help you somewhat. He may help you a little bit, but he's going to touch you inappropriately, and from after that, like you're not going to even trust people to help you.
Women are gonna be traumatized by this, by having been like, oh, can you imagine this? Think about like cavity search. Oh my, oh, Janko G. I could not do it. I would scream. I would literally scream bloody murder. I would literally
Hey,
scream at the top of my lungs. He could
hey,
never
hey,
touch me.
oh my God, Shanta, you know how they like to talk about the RAP3? And what if okay, so what if you're a woman, you get attacked by a man, right? And this guy shows up to do your kit.
Oh my God. Even great for real, Mike. Listen, because it's like a courtesy in hospitals, right? If a great victim comes in, the hospital staff would afford her the courtesy of not having any males, examine her. So, but can you imagine this man is saying, no, I'm a woman. And this woman has her
Oh,
trauma, reliving the trauma all over. Oh my God.
oh my God, that I'm sorry to laugh at that. But it's like come on, man, right? That okay, if there's a group who's okay with diddling kids, right? You these aren't the people who you select as the babysitters for your children. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
It's
God.
like these aren't the people who you can trust. Like they've shown to not be able to be trusted in these spaces of these various capacities, right? And yet they're the ones who are trying to qualify to be in those spaces. This
Exactly.
is terrible.
And the women are allowing them. It's like they always say, it's men. It's men that are the problem in our society. It's men that are ruining women and children. It's men, it's men, it's men. And then they advocate for men like this, right? And these. to be placed in positions that will facilitate the very thing that they cry and bitch about saying that men do. It makes no sense to me. Sometimes I wonder if we as women, if we've become like totally insane. Because you guys like to say if it's all men until it's no men. But let the man just put on a cheap ass wig from Wish, and then it's like, oh my God, slay.
And
Period.
now he's your OBGYN.
This man has a sick fetish. He gets off on the idea of being in women's apparel. He hates women, okay? And he likes kids, in my opinion. And the only reason why he's trying to transition is that women can let their guards down around him when it comes to their children. Big up yourself, Jesse. This should have never been, he should never be able to strip search a woman, to physically search a woman. He should never be able to do that. This is just a man in a wig. Look at him. This man
And then,
bench presses 400 pounds.
and then after coming out of the doctor's office, and this guy is your OBGYN, now you're at the gym. And he's in the locker room getting bucket naked next to you.
Madness. But these things are literally happening. These things are literally happening. It may sound like a joke, but these things are happening. One lady, she came on here, she made a video and she said, is this transphobic? And she began to tell her story about how she came out of the shower and saw a man who identifies as a woman with his eggplant just saying hi to her. These things are happening. These men are literally going into women's spaces. And women are just like, I don't want to be called transphobic. I don't want to be called bigoted. At some point, you gotta be called that for your own protection, for your own rights, for the protection of your children. These men should not be in our spaces. What is the difference between this bloke here and a random man on the street or a random police officer? The only difference is that he has on a cheap wig. The only difference between him and any other male police officer is that he has on a cheap wig. You wouldn't want another male police officer to touch you. But because this one puts on a wig, you're okay with it? You're okay with it? Just because he has on a cheap ass wig? How come? You should see him in the interview flashing the wig. I'm like, if you don't get your big manly ass... Listen. And then the reporter nodding and acting so sympathetic. Like he knows what's going on. Shut the hell up. Shut up. You mean to tell me that all these men have to do is, and people like to say, they're not, but listen, at the end of the day, there's no criteria. There is no criteria when it comes to being trans. None whatsoever.
They are wolves in women's clothing.
There are men in women's clothing. That's all.
I would say wolves. You know how they say wolves in sheep's clothing? These are wolves in women's clothing.
I just call them men in women's clothing. I'm not gonna misgender them. I'll correctly gender these big burly men. Listen, I'm. Can you imagine
Well,
after he's done searching a woman how he has to excuse himself to go to the bathroom to beat one off? Because that's what he's gonna be doing. Think about it, people. He's gonna be touching women in the inner thighs, underneath the chesticles, right? Around the waist, feeling every inch and every curve of your body. You're gonna tell me that when he sees a beautiful woman, an attractive woman, his little da isn't gonna be like hop 2 3 4 hop 2 3. You mean to tell me that?
oh my God, You know what? That is way more dangerous, right? Not only is it a biohazard, especially if he's infected, but for some women, uh, with their fertility, all it takes is a little bit of pre-ejaculate and they're pregnant. That's all it needs, just a little bit. So if this dude is like as an OBGYN, oh man, that would be like diabolical.
This man is sick. This man is sick. Yeah, don't do Velma like that. This man looks nothing like Velma. Yeah, he does look like Lord Farquaad.
No,
Lord
no, no.
Farquaad is more fitting.
It's more like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo with makeup on.
Not even Shaggy look like this. This man looks like Lord Farquaad from Shrek. He really, really does. The chin, the hairstyle, the long nose. Lord Farquaad. This is him. This is him. Talking about you want to search. I got over 2,000 hate messages on social media. It wasn't hate. People were calling you what you were and saying that you're a perv. Why you want to be touching up women? Putting on this cheap ass wig to be touching on women. Look at the size of his neck. He looks like he can lift 400 pounds with his neck alone. Strong man.
It's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Even Mrs. Doubtfire look more passable than this. This man is just a man. Listen, the man literally, I don't know. Maybe I'm slow. I don't know. Hold on. Smiley face if this man didn't even try. Smiley face if this man didn't even try. The man just went and got a cheap wig and put on. He did nothing. He did nothing. He just wants to be groping women.
Kind of his face, it's kind of chiseled. Reminds me of Patrick Swayze in Tu Wong Fu.
Yes, Patrick Swayze from Tu Wong Fu. He does look like him. He does. Oh my God. Safi, let me know that movie. Oh my God. Heavenly Father. I saw the clips on YouTube, and let me tell you, I laugh so hard. What's his name? Wesley Snipes, the man from Blade.
Yeah.
Oh
Terrible.
my! The man looked like Father God, I can't even say what I want to say. The man looked absolutely diabolical, disgusting. Why would he do that? Is that like, at least that's their thing to get in Hollywood, so I'm not even surprised.
John Leguizamo did it too.
Yeah, the Hispanic guy. Mm-hmm.
And he looks like he has a manly face. And it's like, it seemed like they only want to do that to men with manly faces. There's so many girly looking dudes that they could try to get to dress up and be girly. But it's like, they seem to only want the masculine men to be emasculated. It's a pattern of that.
All I know is this man could never touch me with a 10-foot pole. He could never touch me with a 10-foot pole. Talking about, I gotta search you, man. Are you crazy? Move your dirty... Go away.
If he
Go away
did,
and move your dirty ass. Go away.
if he did touch you, it would be doo-doo residue on the pole.
If I were ever at the airport and a man like this talked about, I gotta search it, me da say, go away. Me da say, go away. Go away and move your dirty blood. Go away. You must be crazy. Get your rocks off on me. You're probably gonna leave something on my leg. After he's done searching me. You know that video with the lady on the bus with the guy behind her? Oh my God. Heavenly Father. And then she's like, oh my God, look at my leg, That's what he's gonna leave on me.
Are you talking about in the store where he skeeted on her? She was like, he skeeted on me. Oh my God. He skeeted on me.
Ciao, boy, you doing, brother? Pick up yourself. Long time no see. Long time no see, brother. Much love to you.
No, but that is a real reality. I think a little bit before the C-19 thing, it went viral. This G-man in a grocery store, he opened the ice cream, licked it, and then closed it back and put it on the shelf. These are the type of people you do not want handling your food. Um, it, I can't confirm or deny whether he had a disease or whether he was spreading something by doing that, but that's the way those people are. They're like, well, somebody gave it to me, so I'm gonna give it to everybody else, and I feel like that's terrible. If I was living in an un irresponsible lifestyle, right, and I get burnt with something like HIV or something, well, I mean, the person I am, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna tell women before they get interested, there's something you need to know about me. You know what I'm saying? But those people, the way they even want to disclose that information from the public when they are infected, and they want to be around everybody and be smiling in all the pictures, and damn well you sick. Like that's fucked up.
For real, for real. I saw that Time's Up with the turkeys, but that's something that is not new. They've been doing that for a minute now. I'm not really surprised about that. There's this whole thing. Uh, yeah, they've been doing that for a minute, so I'm not even surprised.
And the sad part is a lot of them have jobs around food. They have food jobs.
Yep,
And
because that's how they get their rocks off.
every time I see their ass at the counter, I leave. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I'm not catching HIV today.
I saw one video where somebody spat in the salad that they were preparing for somebody. I don't know how people love to go out and talk about, I'm gonna eat this and I prefer to just cook my own food. At least I know what the kind of germs that I'm putting in it for myself. If I get sick, I have nobody else to blame but myself. And if I'm going to a restaurant, it has to be somewhere that I trust. Okay? It has to be
Nah,
somewhere
but
that I trust.
I worked around food from being a young man, and I've seen people. If somebody's rude to them, they'll spit in their food, and no, that shows that you have no integrity. You have no character. You're not a good person. I don't care what somebody does to me. I'm not gonna sit there and tamper with somebody's food. It takes a special low down type of person to do such. I don't give if I don't like you or whatever. Even the little scene on Color Purple where she spit in the man water because she don't like he's evil. Like,
Mhm.
it takes an evil inside of you to be able to tamper with somebody's food, and I'm gonna leave it there.
Exactly. Exactly. I've always said this as well, Mike, and to intentionally lie on somebody is a different type of evil. You have no soul. That's my opinion. And the people who essay children as well, they have no souls. Um, is there anybody who wants to come up and have a conversation about this? Because a lot of men who pretend to be, the opposites mix, you guys like to say that, you just want to live your lives. Do you guys think that this is appropriate for a grown man like this to be frisking women, to be, doing cavity searches, just to ask them to take off their apparel and then put his hands on them? Or do you guys think, because this man made no effort into transitioning, Do you guys think that the ideology does put women at risk? Because all a man has to do is say that I'm a woman and then be allotted positions like this that put women in compromised positions. I want you guys to come up, all the advocates for the alphabet community. You guys love to say this, that, this, and the third. I would love to hear from you, like, for real, for real.
Yeah, but the rabbit hole still tends to get deeper. I don't know if you remember the case where the black woman was RAP 3 by an officer while she was in custody, right? So like there are different places where this can escalate to something way worse, depending on what type of office they're holding.
Yup. This is, I don't know. This is just sad. I feel bad for the women in the UK. I did not know that it was this bad in the UK. I thought like Canada was the most effed up, but it seems that the UK was like, hold my beer. The UK said, hold my beer. Because look at this. What is happening? Why would anybody authorize this man to strip search women? Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody do that?
He's got that gender affirming care look in his eye.
He will definitely affirm the woman's gender when he's had his way with her. Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to be assaulting women. This man is going to be getting his rocks off, touching women inappropriately, doing what he does, and not batting an eye. Not a care in the world because he has people. Exactly, Tom. The US has been doing that, so I'm not even surprised that they would allow them to change their birth certificate. But what I'm saying is that to just brazenly allow this type of groping of women like this by men like this, I'm just befuddled. Because this is brazenly allowing the essay of women. This is essay. Why would a man be allowed to strip search a woman? Why would that? That should have never been allowed. That should have never been allowed. And I tell women, all of you women advocating for this, talking about, oh, I support this, I support that. This is what you're signing off to. This is what you're co-signing. Your annihilation. Literally, you're
Yeah,
co-signing your
but
annihilation.
even worse than that, like when those type of people are in the healthcare system, right? And you have procedures where you have to be done where they got to put you to sleep, and this is the person you're entrusting to your body.
God
And
forbid.
you're gonna wake up with herpes.
Oh my God. Big up Rockefeller. Big up yourself, Tom. Thank you. It's wicked. It's wicked. It's like they're saying, you women, hey Jeslyn, big up yourself, my baby. Good to see you, sister Jeslyn. It's like they're saying to women, you don't matter. Women talking about, oh, Kamala didn't win. They're taking away women's rights. The trans ideology is the reason why you have no more rights. It's not Trump. It's not them trying to outlaw abortions. Because you should have the legal right to unalive another human being to begin with, unless it's impeding upon your life. The T ideology, the alphabet community are the ones hell bent on taking away women's rights. They're doing it right before your eyes. And guess what? You're the ones putting flames to the fire. You're the ones calling grown-ass men she, her. You're the ones calling grown-ass men she, her.
And the sad thing is, dumbass women help them get their rights. only for them to turn around and say, fuck women's rights. It's all about our rights.
The disrespect, the pure and utter disrespect that they show for women, the loathing, right? The disdain. I don't know how. Are women that pathetic and that desperate for any type of male validation that even when they know the man would never even spit on them if they were on fire, you're gonna be cheering them on? What kind of validation do you need from a man to this extent? Because you know that they're men. You know that they're men. Right now, Moses is arguing with one of them. He doesn't even tell people that he's a tranny. He doesn't even tell people. And then he had the audacity to try to say that men who don't text women back first, you know, inclining that they're gay. Talking about which lip gloss flavor do you like? You're a gay man yourself. You're discriminating against your fellow gay men. Make it make sense. You guys should not be allotted in women's spaces. This man should not be able to search women. He should not be able to see women's visage. He should not. This is predatory. You're giving the peeping toms, right, the lather to just peep through the women's windows.
I always thought that was kind of desperate. You know, a lot of G dudes spend their time trying to make it like straight dudes are G. And it's like, wow, yeah, like not only is your lifestyle that you chose sad, the fact that like y'all gotta force it on other people, but it's also proven that y'all are the modern day sodomites. You know, trying to force your lifestyle on people. The Bible is true. Amen.
Amen. Every word of it, right? So now we have perverts like these. You should see him in the interview like he's the super victim. He just wanted, big up yourself, Jayoni. He wanted to play the super victim. You know what I mean? You notice that the trans community, they've taken over the victimhood, what you call it, badge. It's no longer black people. It's just LMNOP people. You sneeze in their direction, you're bigoted, you're hateful, you're phobic. Big up yourself, Don Dada. Big up yourself, darling. You cough in their direction. Oh my God, your cough is impeding on my ZZZM fee fi fo fum. Your sneeze misgendered me because you said achoo rather than achur. You sneeze in their direction, they say your sneeze misgendered them.
Yeah, at some point, you know, you gotta call a mental illness, and making the entire society suffer because a few people have mental illnesses and want to be catered to by society. You know, you can't shut down the society because of the Looney Tunes within it. The society has to find a way to function around them, or it has to expel them because they're becoming a cancer to the very same society. You know, it's possible for them to live in the same society, and have rights and be satisfied with the rights that they're given. But the fact that the normal human rights that that's supposed to go across the board for everybody, that's not good enough for them. And they keep trying to, uh, you know, we need special rights to be able to influence your kids with this bullshit. Like that's all they want. You know, and they're not really about making humanity better. They only march for the right to suck wiener. You know what I'm saying?
Blood
And
clot.
and get their back hole drilled out. You know, They're not the for real.
Big up just viewing.
We marching in the streets about trying to be equal and trying to be able to provide for our families and live in a society. They marching about getting their butt pounded out, you know? So it's definitely not the same. And then when our people be unalived by the police and stuff, like they not marching for us. They don't give a damn about us. They had many times to show that they had some sort of sense of humanity for us, and they drop the ball every time. And a lot of times when they get upset with us, they start getting racial, right? And so there's a pattern that we've been seeing that they don't support us. They are not with us. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say we hear you and we see you.
And the reporting begins.
All right, I'm gonna drop down and let you get some guests. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Hopefully
you
they
literally cut out. I don't know if everybody heard you, and it freezes. You see how it's freezing? The live is about civil discourse, educational, and entertainment purposes. We don't tolerate bigotry or hate, transphobia, bullying, or harassment. No marginalized group was bullied or harassed. No discrimination was tolerated or perpetuated on the live. Nobody was bullied or harassed. There was no hate or hateful rhetoric towards any marginalized group. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Big up yourself, Mike, and as always, always good to have you, brother. Big up.
love you.
Love you too, Mike. Mike always comes with the gems. They're in here reporting. I see the bots coming in. I see them coming in. But you guys reporting, you're not really gonna achieve anything because at the end of the day, I will still be here. I don't need 400 people. I just need to disseminate the information that I got. All right. Yeah, TikTok sells great items at the TikTok shop for all your family needs, for all your household needs. Visit the TikTok shop. They've already forced black people within the community. Okay, they've already done that because they've made being black, okay, synonymous with being gay. Yeah, TikTok is restricting the live, but it's okay. It will last for a couple of days and then we'll be back on. Don't worry about it. They're trying to stop me. God forbid I get 200, 300 views. They start shaking in their pants. Nobody will watch me anymore. Because I can't say "gouet" like a true Jamaican. And I can't say blood clot and Ross clot like a true Jamaican. We can't let people see her live. Send the reports. Bipolar bitch. Yes, let's light a match for the chat. Let's light a match for the chat. Let them consume themselves. Let them consume themselves. We're just gonna be sitting back like, ain't God good? Ain't God good? Can you imagine watching somebody's page that anybody who you see go up with like-minded opinions as them, you make sure to message them, send them links to your accounts, to your Discord, and tell them, she said this, she said that, there's a whole Reddit about it could never be. Oh my God. The live is about civil discourse, educational, and entertainment purposes. We do not tolerate bigotry or hate. We don't tolerate transphobia or homophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior will not be tolerated. The live is for civil discourse, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Is it better now? Is it stop flash? Has it stopped flashing? Amara, did you say OMG because of the background, Amara? Did you say OMG because of the background? Who says they're a Muslim? Yes, I am, Sponge, very much so. Who's a Muslim? Uncle Water. Uncle Water can't be a Muslim. He being a tranny forbids him. That's haram. That's haram. He can't be a Muslim. Are you crazy? Don't let him disrespect, because one thing with the Muslims, they're serious about their faith. Unless they're barren and old, with gray hairs and pretend to be Muslim because they want younger diak. That's a separate story. But the Muslims that I know, they're very serious about their faith. He can't be talking about. That's why he covers his hair. Oh, what a blood clot. So you're telling me that Uncle Water, with them nappy ass dreads on his head, covers his hair because he thinks that he's a Muslim woman? He should go to the mosque. Ask him the next time he's on live. Ask him if he goes to the mosque. Ask him if he goes to the temples. Yes, ask him. This morbidly obese man weighing 600 pounds. Want to talk about he's a Muslim? You must be crazy. Wearing women's apparel? Wahali. Haram. 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 The Muslims will not tolerate that. Let him go to the mosque and see what happens to him. Talking about he's a trans woman and he's coming to pray. Let's see what. Why? Oh my God.
Hello,
Hello, how can I help you?
how are you?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Oi,
çıktı sesi.
No, I can't match today. The people on my live, they're very poor.
iPad.
Yeah, they have nobody will gift me anything. We're all poor. We can't even afford rice over my side. And I can't be screaming into the camera. Send a rose, send a rose. Top the screen, come on team. Send a rose and top the screen. I can't be doing that today. I'm mighty tired. I look into my crystal ball. Hold on, I've got a call. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? You want me to read your fortune, darling? Big up Oi Drive, big up Oi Drive. In your future, I see 4 inches and a wee little lad in a flat. In the crystal ball, I see you giving me all your money and me becoming a grifter for life. Yes, please. Send me all your money. Hold on. In the future, my boiler stopped working. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Send me money. Send me money to fix my boiler. Hold on, I gotta put some onions underneath my eyes to shed the proper tears. I'm gonna get some onion to put under my eyes. The tears aren't falling like I want them to. And the crystal ball says, I'm gonna get all the money. You're not gonna get all the money. Don't come back on here. Give it crypto. At least I don't beg. I don't beg for the gifts. I just try to sympathy monger. Oh no, I can't fix my boiler. Wink into the camera 2 times. Let the crocodile tears fall out. He thinks he can get any of my money. You're not gonna get any. Everybody turn on him, turn on him. Don't give him any, give it all to me. Give it all to me. Back to regular scheduled programming. As I was saying, yeah, this is a travesty to all women. This is a travesty to all women. For them to appoint this man. But I did own Parker. Big up yourself, Safi. How you doing, sister? I did own Parker. Do you want to come up here and get owned as well? If you think I didn't own Parker, come up here and debate. Come up here and tell me how trans women, how being gay is moral. Come on up. Don't be shy. Since I did. Come on up and see if you can do a better job. Come on up, darling. He's a master debater. Since he's a master debater, I drive big up. If you're a master debater, you said I didn't own Parker. Come on up. Why are you being afraid? If you don't come up, you're telling me that you think that I literally own. He's not coming up, right? Parker got owned by me. You got to get over it. I walked Parker like the wee little puppy that he is. I owned Parker. I owned him. Parker was left speechless. Wait till I upload part 2. You're going to see Parker and his people begging him, Parker, please, in the comments, say something. I owned him. The only thing Parker is good at is just yapping. He speaks fluent Japanese. When it comes to a true intellectual conversation, he can't do anything. You don't talk to Yazzie beaches, but your whole community is filled with Yazzies. It's your people who are used to being owned. And here you are on a troll account because you're a coward-ass biatch, Courtney. You're a coward-ass biatch, Courtney. You and that Arab get faggoty. And you guys can't come up with your real account. You have to distort your voice. You have to do all these things. Get off. You know what owns you people now? You know what owns you now? Untreatable gonorrhea, chlamydia, monkeypox, and the big A. The only Yahtzee biatches that are here is you. It's you. Hot, what am I saying? Hot people are lactose intolerant. All right, since hot people are lactose intolerant, why don't you come on? I can't believe it's not milk. Come on, you will fit right in here. I own Parker. Big up Adam, baby. I own Parker. He was left flabbergasted. He sat there on his own live being schooled by moi. He sat there on his own live being lost for words. He sat there on his own live trying to come up with something to say to retort. Okay? Every handle he tried to grasp to argue with me, I shut it down. And you're upset about it. You're upset about it, calling me a Yahtzee. Your whole community is a Yahtzee. You people are the new colonizers. Your alphabet community is the new colonizer. You want to colonize everywhere with doo-doo. Everywhere you go, you want to tell people the smothered doodle here, there, everywhere. Big up, honey. That's what you're doing. Indoctrinating our youths, forcing them to conform to your delusions. Christopher Columbus said he was going to spread the gospel. You people want to spread doo-doo. There's no difference between you people and Christopher Columbus. No difference. Did he have relations with a manatee? Allegedly. Same thing that you people are trying to normalize. Mix with animals. Don't forget that I have posters from one of your drag shows. Okay, that depicted bestiality. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. That's why you people dress up as furries. Dress up in dog costumes, dress up like gimps. Yeah, because you want to pretend to be canines and felines and horses. Don't forget. Okay? Don't forget that there was a man, a get man that was unalived for making a horse mount him. Don't forget that. Okay? Nobody's being harassed or bullied on this live. We don't harass or bully. No one is being hated against. There is no transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. There's no hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. There's no marginalized group being discriminated against. Are there any doo-doo warriors or any trannies that want to come up for civil discourse? The TikTok shop has all the best items. No, we never tolerate transphobia. It's not my thing. Are there any trannies that want to come up? Yeah, this is a safe space for all trannies. Come on up. All are welcome here. No marginalized group will ever be discriminated against on my platform. I will not tolerate it. I will not propagate it. No hateful words or slurs will ever be used on my platform. My platform is about inclusivity and love. Love. Can you come up high and tell me what's a slur? Please. Yes, TikTok shop has the greatest dilators for all the men in frocks. All the men in frocks, all the men in dresses. TikTok shop has the best dilators for you. Hi, why are you so afraid of coming up here and having an actual conversation? Hi, that's not nice. Why are you so afraid? Remember, I am about love. Never think that I am about bigotry. I don't tolerate that, okay? And I mean this from my heart. If you come up and actually want to have civil discourse, I would afford you civil discourse. That's what I'm about. I'm about love. Right? You don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me. We can afford each other civility. That's what I'm about. Civility. Okay? That's all. And I mean that from my wheel of the heart. So if you have any qualms with the background, I was trying to find a better background, but it was taking too long, so I had to just put this up here. But I'll change it soon to the Transformers on the front. Yeah, we have people on here like Tweener, Mel, Lilitino. They're all in need of antipsychotic medications and straitjackets. Exactly, Chazzy Boo. Exactly. Mel sits on live every day in her toilet. Who puts a chandelier in their toilet? Who puts a chandelier in their toilet? Huh? And every day she comes on Tickety Talk. She talks about, oh, I'm the mother of a trans daughter. You're the mother of a son who you turned out because you wanted social media fame and notoriety. You wanted social media fame and notoriety. You build your whole personality around the fact that your son is mentally unwell. You said the other day, I saw you in a clip talking about, my son is having depression. You know, thoughts of unaliving. You caused that, Mel. You failed your son. Mel, you failed your son. And not only that, you groomed your youngest child to be a part of the community as well. So you wiped out a whole generation. You single-handedly wiped out your husband's entire lineage. But of course your husband is a kook who will allow you to do anything as long as you allow men to come and plug him from the back door. So he doesn't mind. He's like, do whatever you want, Mel. I don't mind. And of course, he can't stand to see you. So you lock yourself in the toilet every single day. Yes, they are Jamaican. The alphabet community is the super victim. First, you had like other minorities. The natives aren't the victims anymore. Black people aren't. It's the LMNOP, They put on their cape. Oh, it's a minority. No. It's an oppressed group. No. It's the LMNOP. LME power. Faster than a speed. That's them. They put on their capes. Oh, love you too, Mr. Nimhard. They put on their capes. They're the super victim. Yeah. They can even discriminate against black people now. You know that they're the super victim when they can get away with saying the N-word. Let that sink in. Hold on. Let me get another background. All right, here we are. I think this one is good. And then we have Tweener. Big up yourself, Matty Poo. Yeah, that's all they... Listen, this is all the tranny talk. Hold on. Every one of them have the same voice. It's like they go to the same trainer. Hold on.
I am a woman. Of course I'm gonna take out my penis in the women's restroom. It's not a penis anymore. It's a sheeness. Cause I'm a woman. Okay? So what if you can see my bulge in the dress? So what? So what? Huh? Okay? That's my womanly bits. Let's normalize the bulge. Oh no, my balls fell out. I gotta go get more duct tape. You know how it is being a girl. Oh my god. Winter's coming and my balls are getting dry. Please put some lube in my socks in the time. Winter is coming and the balls are getting dry. Please put some lube in my present this time. Slay. Slay, period poo. All I want for Christmas is some lube. All I want for Christmas is some lube. Yeah, that's my wish. And to take over womanhood. Okay, you know what? What did one tranny say to another tranny? What did one tranny say to another tranny after a hard night's work? Huh? He said, "What are you gonna do tomorrow night?" And he said, "Try to take over women's spaces." With their balls dangling. You heard of Pinky and the Brain? No, it's not Pinky and the Brain. It's Tyronisha. Okay? You heard of Pinky and the Brain. It's no longer Pinky and the Brain. It's Tyronisha. Okay? And Billy Nisha. That's what it is now. They're the new mastermind, hell-bent on world global destruction and conquering. Tyronisha and Billy Nisha. That's them. That's what they're gonna do right now.
Take over women's spaces one nutsack at a time. One nutsack at a time. They're going to invade women's spaces and take it over. Until it smells like jock itch. Okay? And jock straps. Bobby Ann. Am I lying though? Smiley face if I'm not lying. Because people make it seem as if I'm harsh, but I'm just honest. These men have a manly musk. It doesn't matter what cologne they put on. It doesn't matter how many surgeries they have. You can smell a nigga from a mile away. Walking around, "Hi, how are you?" Bitch, I know who you is. I can smell it on you. Dick and balls, I smell it. You know, do you have them sniffer dogs? that sniff your luggage. Yeah, women have that nose. Dick and balls. I know what you are. We sniff it out of you. That manly musk that only men have. We sniff it out on you. You can trick everybody else. You can't trick us. We always clock you. We always clock you. Some of them love to say, I don't think that men should go into women's restroom. It's like they're not really trans. All of you are the same. All of you are the same. All of you are men in women's apparel. You're just men in frocks, men in dresses. That's all. End of story. And that's not bigoted. That's not hateful. That's just me being honest. Right, TikTok? TikTok, remember, all your TikTok shop needs are in one place. All your home necessities, all your holiday gifts are at one place, the TikTok shop. Great affordable prices. Everything you will need for the upcoming holidays for you and your family and for your home. All right? And remember, we don't discriminate against any marginalized group on my platform. Talking about woman is a social construct. If woman is a social construct, why do you need surgeries? Genuine question. I'm trying to find the one that says they're not. When Funny Bone first, yeah, my Funny Bone, when Snow first made this, I laughed so hard. How did he get this photo of Patrick? It's so cringe. Yeah, there's no validity in a lie. You putting on women's apparel doesn't make you valid as anything other than deranged. That's all it is. If you disagree with the background, please request to join. If you believe that gender is in fact a social construct, request to join. Okay? Where is he? Invite him up. Come on up, pretty. Oh, it's just a troll account. It's either Coco or that Arabian man with his back door that leaks profusely. They never want to just get away. I've told you people before, use your real account and come up and say what you want with your whole chest, with your camera on, like I do. If you disagree with the background, please request to join and have a conversation. If you disagree with the background, please come up to have a conversation. All right? You're welcome here. You're free to come up and have a conversation. We can talk about whatever you want as it pertains to the background. If you want to ask me why these are my viewpoints, you're also free to come up and have a conversation. Because contrary to popular beliefs, I'm not a bad person. All right? As long as you come up and be civil, I will afford you civility. We don't have to respect each other, as I've stated before. This isn't about respect, right? This is just a conversation place, okay? Debate forum, all right? So if you disagree or if you have qualms with any of the background, please come up. Come on up. Don't be shy. Come on up, sweetie. If you're 18 and older, you think cis is not a slur, request. If you're 18 and older, you think that trans people are indeed valid, come on up. If you believe that abortion is healthcare, come on up. If you believe that children can be gay, right? Come on up. Let's talk about it. I've just never met anybody with these type of viewpoints before, right? As you can see, these are my viewpoints. If you disagree with them vehemently or just a little bit, come on up. And you don't have to be shy. Remember, as I said, I'm a nice person. I'm the nicest person on Tickety Talk. I literally am the nicest person that you will ever meet on this app. Hands down. There's no pretense with me, right? There's no hate in my heart. I come from a place of absolute love. Believe that. I love you guys. Alrighty? They always want to say, sis this, sis that. But who came up with the word sis to begin with? Did women sign a petition that said, okay, I want to be called sis? Did we sign that? Did women come together and say, yes, call me sis? Call me sis. Did women come together and say that? Then why is this word or this terminology being forced upon us? And we're being told by men in frocks, that's what you are. Why do you want to take over our womanhood? Why are you so threatened by us being called women? Does it remind you that you're just a pretender? Why us women existing as women upsets you so much? You don't want us to call ourselves females. You don't want us to call ourselves just women. What is it about our womanhood or femininity that makes you so unhinged? Is it because you know that you're not one of us? Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate you. I will keep it up. Is it because you know that you're not one of us? And the fact that we call ourselves what we are, it ignites a rage within you uncontrollably. Because if it is that you're saying that trans women are women, why can't you call us women? Thank you, I try. Why can't you just call us women? If you guys say trans women are women, what is wrong with calling us women? Why do you got to put cis on it? I tell you, it's your male ego. It's your male ego. Your male ego can't deal with the fact that women just don't want to be affiliated in an umbrella term. Imagine being angry at me because I know what a woman is. Every day you people want to come in here and say, you're bigoted, you're phobic, you're hateful, simply because I say, you know what? I'm just a woman. I could not imagine the day would come where women just say, I'm a woman, would upset people. I could not imagine the day would actually have come where women saying, I'm just a woman, would ignite such rage inside of men. Can you imagine that? Did you guys believe that this day would come where women just saying, I'm a woman, would get people so angry that they want to pull out their hair and they want to scream and bark like dogs? Yes. I think one of the moderators blocked him. Exactly, the very community that hated labels. The very community that said, we don't want to be labeled. We just want to be free to live our lives as our true, authentic self. We don't want labels. Labels are a sign of the patriarchy. Labels are bigoted. The very people, right, that said they don't want to be labeled are the very ones labeling everybody else. Make it make sense.
Yo, what? Why did I get blocked? Is it because I had one follower? I
I
was
guess the mods.
complimenting you.
I guess the mods thought you were a troll.
Okay, well, I don't suffocate my life on TikTok. I have a job, but I just wanted to let you know that I just finished watching a video about you, and you're very intelligent. But it's a shame that you have a mod that doesn't have a brain. Just FYI. Okay,
Don't diss the mods; they'll block you
I'm just
again.
being real. I'm just being real. Listen, keep it up. You're a very intelligent woman. You're good shit.
Thank you.
You can kick
Thank
me
you.
out
I
if you like.
try. All right. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. And make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's linked in my bio. My YouTube channel is linked in my bio. If you click on my page, okay, and you will see the YouTube icon. You click on that and you go to my YouTube, subscribe, okay? I'll be going live there, speaking on trans issues and all of that. All right, thank you. Oh, funny mode. You guys. Alrighty. So as I was saying, if there's anybody who disagrees with the background, you are free to come up. If there's anybody that disagrees with the background, you're free to come up and have a conversation. Come on up. Don't be shy. I personally believe, as I said before, cis is in fact a slur. And the only reason why the men in frocks want women to be called that is to stroke their male egos, because they just can't stand the fact that they're pretenders and they're not really what they say that they are. And they're constantly reminded that women are in fact the real McCoy when we're just called women and they have to be called trans. That is the kicker. They just hate the fact that we can be called women and they have to be called trans, because it reminds them that they're just pretenders. Don't forget about it. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it. Why you want to force us to be called cis? I've been asking this question for the past several years. Why do you think women need to be called cis? Why? Can somebody from the trans community come up and explain to me why you think women need to be called cis? What is the objective? What are you looking to achieve by calling us cis? Come on up, please, and tell us. Because I personally would want to hear. I personally want to hear. So can you guys come up and explain it to me? If you don't mind. Come on up and talk to me, darling. Exactly. They can demand people call them Zizai Zazem, Fee Fi Fo Fum, misgender them, calling them she, her, or he, him. But women can't have anything to ourselves. We just say, call us women, which is what we are. We just say, call us women, which is an adult human female. And it's like, "Rawr! You want to make it seem that I'm not a woman." Nobody was saying that, bruh. Basically, you guys should just come out and talk about it. Hey, Raspo, come out and talk about it. Tell us why you want us to be called cis. Because to me, it's just your male ego, okay, demanding to be cuddled, to be catered to. You're walking around looking like Mandora, talking about I'm she, her. You're walking around looking like Tejo Trish, aka Patrick, talking about she, her. Tweener talking about I'm multiple people. I'm Zizai Zazem, Fee Fi Fo Fum. Are you a conjoined twin? Are you a conjoined twin? Why you want to be called more than two people? You're a singular person living inside your busted down old piece of vehicle, and you want people to call you lesion. You're possessed. The only time I've ever heard one singular person being called more than one is when they had demonic entities inside of them. Come on up and explain it to me, because I've been wondering. As you can hear from my accent, I'm from a third. Hey, Sanchez, how you doing, baby? As you can hear from my accent, I'm from a third world country. Big up, Miss Lulu. I'm from a third world country, right? I'm not very educated. I'm not very bright. Daily vibe, big up, sister. Love you, darling. Right? You can hear from my accent that I'm not very educated. So if there's somebody who can come up and educate me on why it is that trans women are women, all right? Or come educate me on why cis is necessary and it's not derogative and it's not a slur. Can you come up and explain it to me? Please and thank you. I'm going to do a quick poll just to interact with my audience. Smiley face if you think that cis is a slur. Smiley face if you think cis is a slur. Please and thank you. See that? It's unanimous. 25 people believe that it's a slur. 27. So why does the alphabet community, the men in frocks, why do you guys think that it's not a slur? I'm just a woman, dog. Right? It's synonymous. Look there, look, unanimous. All the people say they consider cis a slur. So why do you want to force it on us? Why do you want to force cis on us? I want slur losers. Big up yourself, Bree. Bree getting good at the patois. Of course it's a slur. If you're forcing a terminology on me, love you too, Bree, that I say I don't want, and then you're using it in a derogative way to ridicule me, to put me down, it is a slur. The same way the N-word became a slur. You're using it to belittle me after I told you I don't like being called that. You're doing it to antagonize me, to jeer me, to mock me. Who's Kizza? Who is Kizza? Send the page. A lot of them know me and they have me blocked already. So I'm guessing Kizza is from the UK. The unfortunate thing about it is that most of them won't let me on their panels. They know me and they're like, Shantae, no. No, Shantae, no. I'm not letting you on. I'm like, why? You're hosting a debate and I'm here to debate. You want dissenting opinions. I'm here with dissenting views, right? But you don't want to let me on the panel. Then they block me and talk about how bigoted I am. I don't know what's bigoted about the truth. I don't know what's bigoted about the truth. Guys, interact with the poll to get us on the For You page. Jenny, big up yourself. Lachey, sister, I hope all is well with you and I hope you got the justice you deserve, sister. Is there anybody who wants to come up and have a conversation based on the background? If you disagree with my viewpoints, come on up and have a talk about it. I'm here for civil discourse and educational purposes only. All right. So if you disagree with any of my prompts, right there, and if you believe that trans women are women, if you believe that cis is not a slur, if you believe that trans people are indeed valid, if you believe that abortion is healthcare, come on up. Let's talk about it. Don't be shy, right? I'm a nice person. There's no bigotry on my platform. This is, in fact, an LGBT safe space. Just because my views are dissenting from yours or opposite from yours doesn't mean that you're not welcome. I'm about love and acceptance on my platform. All right. So if you believe that my backboard is wrong, come on up. Let's talk about it. Make sure that you're 18. Make sure that you're 18 and come on up, sweetie. You know what's funny to me? When the men in frocks, they say, you're jealous of us. You're jealous of us because we look better than you. You want to be us so bad. Why would I want to be somebody pretending to be me? Why would I be jealous of something that is not even the carbon copy when I'm the original? Exactly, I drive. Why would I be jealous of a cheap knockoff from Wish when I am built by the original manufacturer? Come on now. Why will I be jealous of a cheap knockoff when I'm when I was originally manufactured? That's like Wish comparing itself to Amazon. Come on now. That's like Temu comparing itself to Amazon. Big up yourself, Dread. I don't understand it. Listen, the fact that you men think that women are jealous of you when we say we don't want you in our spaces, to me, is just asinine. The reason why we say we don't want you in our spaces, right, is not because we think that you're better competition. Because, sweetie, you can't compete where you don't compare. And to be frank with you, y'all don't compare in any way, shape, or form. Just the other day, a man in a dress came on here, not my platform, Safi's, and flashed his mutilated genitals. And it looked like ground beef. Big up, JK. It looked like ground beef. It looked like somebody used something and just massacred it. I don't know what it looked like, but it made me vomit. It became my sleep paralysis monster for weeks, for days. I was tossing and turning in my sleep that this mutilated Diak was gonna gobble me up. I kept hearing TD Jake's voice in the background in my sleep with this mutilated Diak, right? With its mouth spread, saying swallowed, swallowed up, swallowed, swallowed up. I've not recovered. It winked at me with the evil eye. It winked at me with the evil eye. And it was frothing at the mouth, Adam. It was frothing at the mouth. I think it was possessed. Thank you. Wait, I'm going to upload part 2 of my conversation with Parker. I'm going to upload part 2, so stay tuned. After that conversation with Parker, he blocked me for no reason. Part 2 is even better. So stay tuned, darling. Oh, the resurrectionist. He's the one that owed Tim Waltz on Twitter. Oh my God. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Yes, I follow him on Twitter. Yes, he does. That night his mods were telling him, no, that's Shantae. That's Shantae. Don't let her up. Drop her, drop her. You can come up and have a conversation about it. Stupid rat. You can come up and have a conversation. Are you 18? Come on up and talk about it. I got him to concede. I got him to concede that he was bi. After my conversation with Parker, I got him to concede that he was bisexual. I asked Parker, are you gay? He said he's straight. I said, would you date a trans woman? He said, no problem. Adam, is that the same black resurrectionist? I don't know if it's him. I could be tripping. But I think it's him. I don't know. But yeah. I asked him, how can you date a trans woman? What is the specs of the trans woman? Y'all gotta see part 2 of my conversation with Parker. I'm gonna upload it after this live. All right? I'm gonna upload it after the live. So you guys can watch it and laugh. I think so too. Stupid rat, do you want to come up, darling, and have a conversation? You don't have to be afraid. I'm not going to invite anybody else up. We can have one-on-one discussions. Okay? Rat, if you want to come up and talk about it, just share your viewpoints. No fuss. Oh, you're 16. Okay, darling. All right, let me tell you why abortion is evil. Abortion is evil because it takes a human life, an innocent human life. Okay? The fact that the baby is not a threat to the mother, because at the end of the day, the womb is where it grows. That's its place to grow, to nourish, right? And to live until a certain gestational period. The fact that the mother doesn't view the fetus as her child, right? Or offspring, which is what fetus is, okay? Makes her evil, because that's you unaliving your own baby. It's evil. It's a human life. Just because you call it a fetus doesn't take away from, the life is about civil discourse, educational, the life is about civil discourse, educational, and entertainment purposes. We do not tolerate bigotry or hate. We do not tolerate transphobia. We do not tolerate heterophobia. We do not tolerate any type of hateful rhetoric or ideology. Remember, this is TikTok, and this is a safe space for all. For the people that are reporting, rather than report, it is better for you to just click on the plus guest or multi-guest button, and you can come up and we can have a conversation. Remember, it's TikTok. It's never that serious, darling. You don't need to try to silence me, quote unquote. I have a plethora of accounts that I can go live on. So even if this one gets taken down, I'll go live on another one, and so forth and so forth. All right? So your efforts are futile. If you disagree vehemently against the backboard, as you obviously do, rather than report, request. Challenge me. Show me why I'm wrong intellectually. All right? But up into to report simply because you disagree, it doesn't make any sense. Okay? Hey, Molly Sue. No, if you disagree, come on up. Okay? You know why I say men in frocks are not valid? Because it's a lie. A lie is never valid. There's no validity in a lie. Right? If you tell somebody I'm a millionaire, Is your millionaire status valid? No, because it's not true. The bank won't honor your thoughts or your identity because you don't have $1 million saved with them, right? If you say, oh, I'm Michael Jackson, you're not valid as Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is his own icon. He passed away. Nobody will acknowledge you as Michael Jackson. So you're invalid, okay? The same way when you put on women's hee, the same way you put on women's apparel and you go around saying, I am a woman. Nobody has to respect you because everybody knows what a woman is. Everybody knows what a woman is. Or society says a woman is a adult human female. You say woman is a social construct. Come and tell me how woman is a social construct. I would love to hear it. Please and thank you. Is there anybody who can come on and prove to me why being a woman is a social construct? If you guys can come on and prove that to me, I'll stop doing lives on TikTok. You guys want me off the app? If you can come up and prove to me that a woman is a social construct, I'll stop doing lives. I'll delete all 16, right? Because you know I'm chronically online of my TikTok accounts. Come on up and prove it to me, and I'll catch up you $100, even though I'm broke. If you can prove to me that trans women are women and that woman is a social construct, I'll give you $100. And I'll delete my TikTok accounts. That's a promise. How can you just get up one morning, right? Grown-ass men like Trish, grown-ass men like Mandora gets up in the morning and says, I'm a woman. And then you want everybody, not only your family, your children, your co-workers, the rest of society, to look at you like Tyrone and call you Tyresha. To look at you like Billy Bob, right? And call you Becky. It doesn't make any sense. It's almost as if you think that us as a society is as deluded as you. That's the only explanation. Because why would you, a conscious being, think that people will just forget reality just because you forgot about it? Just because you forgot about it doesn't mean that the rest of the society will forget about it either. That's like when somebody owes you money and walks past you every day thinking that you forgot. Bitch, I didn't forget. I need my $5. I did not forget. Give me my $5. You're walking past me every day, looking fresh, looking clean, thinking I don't remember. That's what you're doing to us when you put on the opposite gender's apparel and you demand that we acknowledge you for something that you aren't. Big up, Brit. That's what you're doing to us. You're walking around with our money thinking that we forgot. We don't forget. You're walking around with an Adam's apple, big as hell, like you're bobbing for apples. You're walking around with size 13 feet in heels. Did y'all see Magic Johnson's son? I rebuke it. I rebuke it, oh. I rebuke it. The devil is a lie. Have y'all seen Magic Johnson's son? Magic Johnson's son stands about 7 foot tall, size 14 feet, big ass man in thongs and mesh, walking around with 20 pounds of makeup on his face. That's what all of y'all men in frocks look like. Big up, Caleb. That's what all you men in frocks look like. Big burly men in drag. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but you understand what I'm saying. That's all you men in drag look like. Men in dresses, frocks look like. Men in drag. You look like get men in drag. A matter of fact, most of you men in frocks are just get men who don't want to admit that you're gay because you have internalized homophobia and you hate the thought of being gay for whatever reason. It could be religious trauma. Your parents were very against it. You were essayed and you don't want to come to grips with your sexuality because of the trauma it inflicted on you when you were a child. But either way, that's what you are because you're certainly not a woman. And you can say Shiloh or Shantae, whatever. You can say, that's harsh. The truth does that. The truth is like salt in a fresh wound. It stings, it burns, but it's good. It's killing bacteria. Okay, sweetie? Okay, sweetie? That's all it is. The truth will hurt, but it will set you free. It will set you free. You know, like when a woman has been battered by her husband and she stays for years, and when he finally does something brazenly in front of her, and she's like, this man will never value me. And she feels down, she feels out, but it's like she's enlightened. It's like the heavens open up and the angels singing and the harps are playing and there's this bright light shining upon her. And she's like, epiphany. That's what the truth is to you. So what you need to do is go stand in your mirror. Okay, Bubba, Tyrone, Billy Bob. Okay? Stand in the mirror. Look at yourself and say, I am my mother's son. Because that's what everybody else thinks. You go around calling yourself a plethora of people. Why? You're schizophrenic. Why would you call yourself two or more people? Did the voices inside your head tell you that? Did the voices inside your head tell you that? Big up, Karina. If one of the voices says, I am me, and the other says, I am me, is that why you come up with they? Literal question, think about it. Maybe one of the voices says, I am me, and the other one said, I am you, and another one says, I am we. And that's how they came up with they and them. I don't understand. They always want to say, hey, Mervs, I'm non-binary. I just don't conform. But you look like a woman or a man. Or you look like a man trying to be a woman. Or a woman trying to be a man. You always look like you're one smex just pretending to try to be another. So I don't know what kind of non-binary you are because you still either stand up to pee or you sit. And even if you fillet the parts where the pee, flutters out from, you still know what it is. These chisel jaw men, every day they're in our society. Every day with their chisel jaw, more chin than Jay Leno. Walking around like the Crimson Chin from the Fairy Odd Parents. Jaws more sharper than Batman and Superman combined. Talking about, it's ma'am. It's ma'am. If you do not go take some testosterone shots and sit your big burly ass down somewhere, you look like you should be in the military somewhere saying, I've been working, 2, 3, 4, hard on the da, 2, 3, 4. We need good men. Lace your boots up. You look like you should be on the football team saying, blue 22, blue 22. But you want to, it's ma'am. You have to hold your head down when you're passing through your door frame. But you want to come outside and tell me it's ma'am. Listen, tell the urinal it's ma'am. Have you ever told the urinal that it's ma'am? Tell the duct tape you don't need it anymore because it's ma'am. Tell your prostate it's ma'am. Go tell your prostate it's ma'am. Because you can't tell me that, sir. Go tell your skeletal structure, your chiseled jawline, your heightened testosterone levels, your big ass feet, your big ass hands, your skull, your muscle mass, your bone density, your lung capacity. Go tell all of that it's ma'am. Because I'm not the one that's against you. It's your biology. I'm not the villain here. The villain is your prostate. I'm not the villain. I'm the good guy. I care about you and your prostate. I care about you and your prostate. I love all men. I'll take your dress off and make you a father. I'm not your enemy. I'll take your dress off and make you a daddy. Give you 3-4 kids running around your knees. Give you something to preoccupy your time. You won't have time to put on makeup anymore. Nobody should. All right, Tavia, I'll make sure that I share it with you as from today. As of today, I'll make sure I share it with you, my darling. Guys, remember, you got to share the live with the warriors because, you know, TikTok is restricting me like a mug. We got to share the live with everybody that we're familiar with because TikTok restricts me for no reason. Right? Remember, TikTok has all your whole soul necessities, okay? TikTok has all the gifts for your family in this wonderful holiday season. All right? We love the TikTok shop. The TikTok shop is amazing. All your necessities under one shop. And for any men in dresses, TikTok has the best testosterone for your daily needs, okay? So you can stop walking around and talk about slay, period, pill. Big up, Bamba. How you doing, baby? Climb on you like a tree. Is there anybody who disagrees with the background that wants to come up and have a conversation? I'm okay. I'm a bit tired. But I'm just doing the rounds because I know you guys miss me. I've been MIA for the past couple of days, working my butt off. But it is what it is. You know, I can't live off TikTok coins. Nobody's generous to me. I can't get a new boiler. Not even a cup of tea. Is there anybody who wants to contest the background if you believe vehemently or even somewhat that, you know, my point of view is wrong? Please feel free to request and come up and have a chat. All right? There's no hate here, right? It's just truth with a little bit of comedy. That's all. We want to keep you entertained. We just don't want to be speaking Japanese and you're like, oh, this is a drawl. You get what I'm saying? It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Never forget about that. But as I said, do not be afraid to come up and openly contest my viewpoint. I'm not the smartest, the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? I'm not very well learned. As you can hear from my accent, I'm not very smart. Right? You liberals, you come up here every day and you remind me that I'm from a third world country, right? So come and educate me because you guys are the most educated, the most intellectual, the most well-diverse group of people out there. You even know that women aren't adult human females. Nobody else thought of that. You guys are geniuses. So come on up and educate me, please and thank you. Come on up and educate me. I know that there are some of you in here. Don't treat me like the boogeyman. I'm not that bad. I love you. I love you. Come on up, let's talk about it. The fact that they cower from me and cower from having conversations is just weird. It's just weird. I wish you guys had some confidence in me. Confidence in me. That you can actually have conversations with me. As you guys can see, I had great conversations with Parka. He wasn't afraid. His mods were afraid. The people in the chat were afraid. But he held his composure and he had a conversation. Let's have a conversation like I had with Parka. Civil. Right? Civil. Come on up. Nobody in here wants to have a conversation? Nobody? Nobody thinks that my viewpoints are wrong? Nobody? Nobody at all? Not even on the topic of abortion? Not even on the topic of abortions? Come on up, don't be shy. As long as you're 18, request and let's talk. Come on up, people. You can't all agree with me. It is impossible for you all to agree with me. Don't be shy. Let's talk. Do you want to know why I think the way that I do? Request, I'll explain it to you. No yelling, no fuss, no fight. If you want to know why I think that T people aren't valid, I'll explain it to you. I really will. It seems as if they're staying in their lanes for real, Brit, which is kind of sad because I was looking forward to being educated today. Today I got up and I said, you know what? I'm going to be educated on TikTok. And I'm sure that there are some very intelligent liberals who can educate me on why I'm wrong. I was sure that I would, literally be put in my place. Do you guys want to come up and talk? Nobody? Nobody? Let me see if I can find anybody. Why would they be scared of me? I'm the nicest person on TikTok. Like, literally. I'm the nicest person on TikTok. You will never meet a more nicer person than myself. Big up, Tony. You will never meet a more nicer person than myself. Gotta understand that. I come with love from the heart. I really do. I come with love and compassion from the heart. Okay? As long as you treat me with civility, I'll treat you with civility. All right? That's all I'm saying. Don't be afraid. Come on up. Do you guys remember the cases in Lauder and Coney where a 18-year-old man who identified as trans, okay? He identified as a trans, man. This guy viciously sodomized a 15-year-old girl in the girls' restroom at the school. The school covered it up and made it seem as if the story was fabricated and that the little girl and her father were lying. They transferred him to another school where he, this time, sodomized a 14-year-old girl, right? If it is that you guys want to use women's restroom, can you guys guarantee the safety of women and girls using those women's facilities with adult males in there alongside us? Will the men in dresses or the men who identify as trans, will you guys be like security guards in the bathroom on either side, ensuring that other men in dresses do not come in to accost us? Genuine question. Genuine question. Will you guys be safeguarding the bathrooms on either side to ensure that no women or young girls are accosted?
Hey, Shantasia, how you doing?
I'm not doing too bad, Tony. And yourself?
Oh, just another beautiful day that the Lord has blessed us with.
Amen, amen. So what are your thoughts, Tony?
Oh, you know me. I pray for these people, believe it or not, because my hope is that they'll come to know truth. And people always like to say, oh, well, this is my truth. I'm like, here's the thing. No one can own the truth. The truth belongs to everyone. The truth is bigger than everyone. The truth is the truth, whether you like it or not. That's what makes it the truth, is that you cannot bend the truth to your will. When something is true, it's true whether you like it or not. That's why it is the truth. If you say certain things like, this is my truth, well, you're just talking about your perspective, and you're calling it facts by saying it's true, which is not necessarily true, right? You're just telling me your perspective. But, it's comical to me that people will speak like that. This is my truth. This is my truth. But, okay, well, how can we communicate if there's nothing, if there's not something that's true regardless of just what I think and what you think, right? That's how we can interact with each other, because we all agree that there are certain things in the world that just are, no matter what we think, right?
Exactly.
And so this is why I call these people delusional, because delusion is an aversion to reality, facts, and truth. And so if you don't acknowledge reality's fact and truth, well, then definitionally speaking, you are delusional. It's not inaccurate to
Exactly.
call you that, right? Yeah.
Exactly. There's no your truth or my truth. There's just the truth. And
Right.
the truth is objective, right? That's why you can't get around it. And if you create a truth for yourself outside of the truth, it is a delusion. And hence we
Right.
have men in dresses saying that this is my truth, I'm living my truth, this is my identity. Your self-perception doesn't change reality. Your self-perception doesn't change you, right? That's why the rest of the society doesn't go along with it. The most people that will go along with it are your family members, because
Right.
they
And
care about you.
right. And this is the danger, though, of living this way. The danger is that if you start saying that there's such thing as my truth, and it's true because it's what you want it to be, right? Well, then by that way of thinking, all kinds of human atrocities can be justified. Schmittler, funny mustache man, and then even the people that enslaved, Afro-Americans, right? They can all say, well, it's just my truth that they belong to me and that I own them. And Schittler can say, oh, it's just my truth that these people are inferior and I had the right to cleanse the world of them, right? Like that's what happens when you start going down this notion of it's my truth, my truth. Like you can pave the way for anything you want to justify, because you can just say it's your truth, right?
Exactly. Let me get the age of the new guest. Slam Dunk, good afternoon. How old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
Awesome. What are your thoughts?
Well, I agree. I'm probably not going to be much fun for you, but like this cis thing, I'll start with that. Basically, I think these people have just dug up an old word and, used it to create a new category because in order to say, trans women are women or trans men are men, it's necessary for that ideology to have another category of men and women. So it's
Exactly.
a load of bollocks, really. I wasn't assigned a gender at birth. I didn't pop out of my mother and they went, oh, what shall we make this one? It's just stupid. I can't quite see the next one down. It's got some sort of score in front of it, but... Oh, okay. So the trans is not valid. On that point, I would say they just got to come up with a better definition. Lately I've heard a lot of people saying, because there's no doubt about it, there are people in the world that have the genuine, and it's a small percentage, very small percentage of people suffer from actual gender dysphoria, which is a mental disorder. But there's lots of mental disorders and mental illnesses and things like that. We don't, like, if someone's walking around saying, I'm Napoleon, we don't go, oh, that's amazing, good on you, like, make sure you address him as Napoleon. So we need to, but a category, I think, like, if you're going to call yourself, I think trans identifying is okay. Just say I'm trans identifying, because you can't change your sex, you can't change your gender, you can't actually become what you feel like you are. And that's tough, I guess. At risk of sounding blasé, but that's just the way it is. I'm not a huge fan of Candace Owens, but she does say some cool shit like, life's tough, get a helmet. And the children thing, just leave them the fuck alone. Like, seriously, just stop it. I see the whole movement as nothing more than a political movement. That's all it is. And
An ideology.
It's an ideology and a political movement that behaves more like the schmartsies than anything I've ever seen. And
It's
yet runs
politicized.
around.
That's why it's an ideology, because the government backs it. So it is an ideology. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, so it's pure politics, and it's crept its way. See, people are pretty accepting, like that, and it started off with just going, oh well, okay, yeah,
Well,
we've
slam
been.
dunk. Should people accept fiction, though? I think that's the big problem.
I'm not saying that, mate. I'm not arguing with you. It's what I'm saying is it began with just going, okay, well, everybody's cool with this now. We're fine. It's all right. Do your thing. You do you, mate. And it's turned into legislation now that's threatening women's rights, in particular.
And the health of children. That's the main
and the
qualm
health
that
of
I have with
children.
it.
Yeah, throwing children on what's essentially chemical castration medications, and and it's being fed by the internet. Ironically, I'm here on the internet saying this, but it's the whole social media thing. Kids, especially when they're, getting pubescent and all that, they start, they want to be different and special and rebellious and all that stuff. And this thing, the social media, just is a dopamine train.
Yeah, it's a
And they
brainwashing
see
tool.
they see these identity things. Oh, and I'll go a step further too. Like this whole they them. Gender fluid, mate, I'm going to be blunt there. Those people are just attention seeking, nothing more, nothing less. They're just like, they don't want to conform to traditional or anything like that, and they're getting a kick. They're getting their dopamine hit off running around demanding that people address them by their preferred pronouns. I mean, just bugger off, basically, is my
Right.
point on
Well, see,
that.
and
But
here, I think the reason they do this is because here's the thing: if they were to let everything take its natural course and, let's say, not interfere, not try to influence children, not try to put it in kids' schools and have drag story hour and try to do all this kind of perversion to the youth, right? If they were to leave all that alone, their numbers would dwindle, right? The only thing that sustains these people's numbers is that is the fact that they can recruit and indoctrinate new people, right? So
absolutely, absolutely.
they're normal people like you and I. We can procreate, right? Their lifestyle won't allow them to procreate, especially if they're GAY or something like that, right? So they need to recruit because they have to recruit to keep their numbers up because they're not going to reproduce, most of them. And so they have to indoctrinate other people's children. And this is why I keep telling people they literally are coming for your children. They literally because otherwise their culture dies. This ideology dies. It will dwindle to nothing because they don't reproduce.
And guess what? It's not just to recruit numbers. It's to make it seem as if it's normal, because all right, the adults within themselves, a lot of them, they don't want to admit that they were essayed, right? They don't want to admit that it's trauma that caused it. So if they can force society to believe that children were born this way and children, right? Big up Frida, and children are innately that way, then it's normal. Their whole ideology is hell bent on making it seem as if this is a natural process, a natural lifestyle, right?
Right.
And not only that, they want to make it seem as if children have these innate desires. We got to look at the forefathers of that community. We got to look at Henry Harry Hay, David Thorstad, Alfred Segush,
Gail Rubin's another
Gail
one.
Rubin,
Alfred Kinsey,
John Money, Alfred,
John
all
Money.
of these
Yeah.
people, all these people contributed to the LGBT LMNOP community in some way, shape, or form. And they also contributed to NABLA, right?
Oh yeah,
NABLA, the
yeah.
North American Man Boy Love Association. So everything that they're doing, especially with the trans ideology, is to try to get people to believe that children have these desires to be trans at 2. Therefore, children have these desires for SMEX. They're saying that children know that they're gay at 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, right? It's to normalize children having desires. And if they can say that these children were born with these desires, then it can be normalized. And therefore, adults, right, will not be villainized or penalized for having relations with them. It's all to legalize pedophilia. When they sing
Right.
songs like "I'm coming for your children," that's what they mean. You can look up in the queer theory, they outline that this will be what they did. This will be
Right.
what they were doing. And they laid it out and they've achieved it to the T.
Right. And here's the thing: if this is why I stress to people who are parents to actually look at stop letting your kids watch rated R movies. Stop letting your kids watch movies with hidden themes. When I watched the new Doctor Strange movie, it was the second one, Doctor Strange, and the one with the multiverse. Right. The main character talks about how she has 2 moms, and then the main character is wearing a pin of a pride flag in the throughout the entire movie on her lapel jacket. And then Doctor Strange, oh I'm sure your 2 moms would be proud of you, right? So they're sneaking this stuff in very subtly in everything. They're trying to make the comics that way. They even got some comic spin-offs of where Superman is GAY, Superman's son is GAY. I mean, like they're sneaking this in to indoctrinate your children through the things that they're interested in, because when you're a kid, who doesn't like comics, right? So I urge parents to look at the material you're giving, because nothing is safe anymore. They've taken over Disney, right? They've taken over all these things that produce these things
Nickelodeon.
that your kids love. Kids YouTube. Have you ever sat down and watched a kid's YouTube video? Like, okay, a couple years ago for Christmas, I was, at a
Let
family
me get
Christmas
this
party.
person age, Tony.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No problem. Note. Good afternoon. How old are you?
Hi, I'm 22. It's no uterus, no opinion. It's a troll account, I promise. I'm actually a pro-life abolitionist. I came up here because I'm good friends with Tony, and I had some news for him because I'm pretty sure that I did not see him in our group chat, and I wanted to update him on something, if
What?
that's okay. I'll
What?
drop right after.
Group chat?
All right,
What
go
group
ahead.
chat?
Yeah, so Tony, last night, I started early labor. I found out that I am officially 3 centimeters dilated as of last night. I was having steady contractions for over 3 hours.
You sound a little muffled. You sound a little muffled.
I do?
Hello? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So wait, did you give birth?
No, I did not. I just wanted to let you know that labor has started. They sent me
Ooh.
back home, but yeah, this baby's going to be coming within like
Nice.
the next few weeks at least.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Well,
Just wanted to let you know.
all right, cool, cool, cool. Well, that's awesome. Might have your kid for in time for the holidays. Yeah.
I know, right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
Congratulations.
that.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
glad you didn't
Is that
analyze it.
is Tiger your baby daddy?
No.
Oh,
I'm glad she didn't unalive it. Congratulations to you.
You know, I'm an abolitionist. I don't believe in that shit. That's disgusting.
It is, it's evil.
Right.
Sophie,
Yeah, it is.
sister. Sophie!
hey sister.
Big up, baby.
Anyway, Uncle Tony, when this baby gets here, you're getting a photo of her.
Yeah, sure. I guess if you want to send me one. I can't remember. I thought you said you were having a boy. Didn't you say you were having a boy?
No, it's a little girl.
Oh, okay.
Catalea. Catalea Ayana Thacker. That's her name.
Well, guard that shit, because you know what I've noticed is young girls are the most easily recruitable to their satanic ways. Some years ago in the 90s, you know what a big trend was towards the 90s? It's crazy. I can't believe that I forgot about this. But there was a big trend at one point to get new body parts for schools. Like they were giving young prepubescent or adolescent teenagers, some parents were giving their kids, their young girls, surgery,
Uh-uh.
right? And this is going into, middle school and then into high school. And there was even news stories about it. And it's like crazy because every time something crazy happens in society, I've noticed it works its way through women. And I think the reason that it does that is because women naturally have an accommodating and nurturing part of their nature, and so I think they're more likely to entertain things
I
more
concur.
often than not. And I think this is wives, because a man needs to be like, "What the fuck are you looking?" Every now when something's stupid enough, a man needs to be like, "What the fuck is? Why are you looking at this shit?"
Well, we
Right?
can't
Like
say
that's it.
that. We can't.
Hold
What,
on,
Tony?
hold on, because yes, I'm gonna have to drop Tony. The live was flagged. All right.
Oh
Yes,
no.
yes. All right. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes. We do not tolerate bigotry or hate, transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No hateful rhetoric is being propagated or condoned on this live. No one is being harassed or bullied on this live. All right. This is a LGBT safe space. Okay. All are welcome. No marginalized group was discriminated against. No hateful rhetoric was permitted, right, to any marginalized group. Okay?
I'm buying.
All
I
right.
can attest to this.
Oh, my Lord. I don't know if I should restart because if I restart, I'm not coming back.
I know you're not. Come on now.
It's all right. I'll
Isn't
drop
That's
it
it.
why.
mad?
That's the reason why I interrupted what he was saying because I already knew because the words that he was using. But to the lady that has that's having a baby, congratulations to you, darling.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
just wanted to come up and let him know that I found him. I saw he was in this live, so I was like, oh, he doesn't know this yet. He's not in the group chat, so I figured I'd let him know.
Yeah, that was sweet. Yeah.
That's
Isn't it
sweet.
mad
Safe
that we
delivery.
live in a society where it's got to the stage now where if you say certain things, you've got to do a huge disclaimer to save yourself having an opinion and being able to express that opinion, you know, like based on so-called hate, when it's just the
It's flagged for
truth.
hateful behavior, and I don't see what was hateful going on.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I commented on a video last night, and it was to do with a women's sports event where a non-woman was entered and won conclusively, and the it was the other women that were saying, you know, this isn't fair, but we're scared to say anything about it, and all that stuff. And I said, you know, at the end of the day, if you're born a male, you're always going to be a male. That's it. You know, end of story. You shouldn't be competing in women's sports.
I
And
blame the women because the women should not compete. They should withdraw.
yeah,
Because at the end
that's
of the
what I
day, you
think.
will never win. You will never win. So what's the sense? You want to be like the champion, but you will never win against a man. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
And the thing is
130
that the men that do this are that enter women's sports. They're mediocre in men's sports. You know, they're average. You know, but they're smashing it in the women's
exactly
category.
against women. They're smashing it against women because of their
Yeah,
physiology. They're built naturally, biologically stronger than women. So there's no competition in a weight class, in a division. The men will dominate. Even in chess, they knew better than to let women compete against men. They have the women's chess tournament and the men's chess tournament. Let's be
Exactly.
honest, we cannot compete. Go ahead, Taffy.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, everything that you're saying is absolute, and it's a phenomena. Because at the end, of the day, like I was scrolling, and a lot of the Shantae warriors know about this, and this big, huge black boy, he's huge. When I say he's huge, wide, and real, real tall, talking about husband and wife out for dinner. And so I commented on there and I said, husband and husband. You see what I'm saying? And then he did a whole video on me right now, right? But at the end of the day, like, women have let this business right here get so sick to where women are even attacking me in the comments. However, he's deleting all of my responses, all of my comments. But if you look at the video, it's titled to Safi Dane. You understand? He won't let me say anything. You know why? Because you've got black women, you understand, that are telling me how stupid I am and how miserable I am, to not acknowledge that you are whatever marriage to a white man, and you are a boy. Your mother had a son. You can put on an African head wrap, you can wear the African attire, but at the end of the day, you're a man. And because I said that, it's a big uproar. And then T people all from his side are trying to attack me because they think that they are women. You understand? You can't tell me what a woman is, and I'm a woman.
Facts.
See? So basically, what you guys were saying is like, it's only getting out of hand is because we are allowing it. We are, women are.
I was just saying this, Safi. It's women that have allowed the ideology to get to the state that it's in. It's us that allowed men in our restrooms to begin with. Come on, girl. We lent them our dresses. We lent them our wigs. We lent them our skirts or jeans or heels. And we put on makeup on them and we dressed them up. And we're the ones who paraded around with them. When the men were like, no, this isn't right, we were like, leave them alone. Even to this day, we're the ones defending him. And they don't like us. They do not like us. So I don't know why women are co-signing their own erasure. It's like you're giving a person the ammunition they need to unalive you. It doesn't make any sense.
What's absolute madness to me as well is that there's so many women that are saying they're feminists, and yet they're supporting, which is this thing, which is just basically sort of veiled misogyny. Like it's, like claiming that you're a woman when you're not a woman, because there's a definition of what a woman is, and a woman is not a chosen identity. It's not an identity at all. It's just what you are, and basically writing you guys out of existence. But there's so-called feminists supporting it. It's insane.
Right. That's why another one of the things I talk about. Sorry, was it just because I used some cuss words? I want to know so that I avoid saying anything.
Yeah,
You
don't
think?
be cursing because
Okay.
they're
Okay.
already reporting it's
Sure.
glitching, it's doing all these things. So when you
Okay.
report, it's gonna get banana. When
For
they
sure.
report, it's gonna get banana if you're cursing. Go ahead.
Okay. For sure. You guys tap that screen. You guys, let's get the algorithm in Shantasia's favor. Tap that screen. Hit the copy share link, guys. Do what you can to keep the live going. But yeah, when it comes to like the influential power of women, here's what I think. I try to put myself in their shoes in the sense that, like, if I was an evil, maniacal douchebag, cleaning instrument, excuse me, for female body parts. If I was an evil, maniacal person, I would, I would recognize that when we look at just like sales, for instance, when women like something that they want, they on average find a product that they like. They'll tell on average of 12 of their friends. Men, on the other hand, tell maybe 3 of their friends that they find a product they absolutely love. So clearly, women are more social and much better at networking. This comes natural to them. And so if I wanted to change and sway the whole culture, I would center my focus on either attacking or swaying women to think the way that I wanted them to, so that I can move society in the direction that I want. And I think that is why they
But
tried to get at women.
Tony,
Right.
I'm so sorry that I interrupted you. Not
Uh-huh.
too much on you not being, because you are kind of rude. So not too much on that. But I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna go on mute.
Yeah. What was rude? I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, no, the first time that we met, I'm a Shantae warrior, and you was like, I was trying to tell you to like let's not say things, and you were like, I don't even know who you are. You can't tell me what to do, and I don't even respect anything that you say. And I was like, okay, but then Shantae was like, she's a mod. And so then after that, you started to respect me. So what I'm saying is, when you made your statement right now and talking about like who you were, you are kind of rude. I'm just
Well, right now I was rude.
no. I was talking about, you remember the past, what I said? Then
I
you are
honestly
rude.
do not. I talk to so many people, it's hard to remember how I've come to know most of them. I
Yeah.
am a pretty blunt guy, so
No, you're a
maybe
prick.
I'm.
You're a prick.
Yeah,
You're a dickhead.
right.
You are no,
Well,
and it's okay. No, it's okay for you
right,
to be
right,
a
right,
dickhead, dude. It is.
right,
You know why?
right.
Because as long as you're standing up for the rights of children and women and saying the truth about everything, like, I respect that. You feel me? But you are like you're a dickhead.
Right.
You are.
I'm very blunt. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
blunt. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, I mean, and I
I'll
have
go on
a
mute
belief
right now,
behind that.
darling.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll go
Well, I mean,
on mute,
I don't
honey.
think.
You
Yeah,
can go.
yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think we don't have the luxury of being quote unquote nice. And the more I read about Jesus, and like when you read about Jesus in the book of Luke, Jesus calls the Pharisees and the lawyers hypocrites and fools. He says, "Ye fools, ye hypocrites." And when I ponder more about how Christ was, and people ask, like, is it Christly? I definitely think, obviously Christ wouldn't use cuss words that I do. So I mean, obviously there's some repentance that I need to do and some forgiveness I need to ask of Christ in certain mannerisms that I have. But I will say that Christ,
What you need to repent about, you don't really like Negro women,
what?
honey.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, well, because like I see, and I see you debate often, and when we had our encounter, there was a differentiation in the way you behaved towards another group speaking to you as a woman and how you reacted to when I spoke. So it's just something like with you people, it's like innate. It's something inside of you, even if you don't know that that's what you're doing, it's very clear to me because I know. I studied it for many, many years. So what I'm
Well,
saying
I
is,
disagree.
well, of course you're going to disagree because you can never understand what I know. You know what I mean? You can never
Yeah, I'm
understand
not
what
you.
I
Yeah, for
know.
sure.
Rude or not, you don't handle white women the way you handled me that day. That's all I'm saying. But no
Well,
disrespect.
so
I'm just saying it's inside of you.
it's not about color for me. It's about whether somebody says something or
No, no, no,
value.
no,
And
no.
people have seen, you know,
We're not making this about color right now because I don't deal with
yeah.
color at all. I'm just saying that it's very it's clear. You
Well, I
understand what I
disagree.
mean?
No,
Okay.
I do not. I do not. So I just am the way that I am, and if somebody says something of value,
Hmm.
or they say some, even when I decide to roast people,
Yeah.
right? Because I've had those accusations thrown at me before too. Those, like, I've had leftists throw every accusation in the book, specifically the color accusation, right? And here's what I say. You know, I'll say I'm an equal opportunity roaster. I don't care whether you're female, black, white, Asian, Hispanic.
But you do
Like
care,
it.
though. But you kind of do
Well,
care.
no, what I mean is that what I
Because
mean is
I've
that
been studying your behavior. That's why I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I think.
well, I'm telling you, you don't know. You
Okay,
don't know.
yes, sir.
You've got assumptions based off of your observations of me, and I will roast anybody who says something that has no merit.
Yes, sir. But it's different.
Like I said, I disagree. I mean, I'm from South
Yeah.
Central Los Angeles. Man. I
Yeah. You know, South Central Los Angeles is right here. I'm from Los Angeles, California. You know that.
Okay, yeah. I'm from South Central. I'm from
But I
South
get
Central.
it. But still, in all, like I said, I've been studying you. I've been hearing when you debate these people. You even debate, you know, our enemies. You understand? That's why I really been paying really close attention to you to see where you really truly are. And what I'm saying is, it's a differentiation when you talked when you were up when you said what you said to me, and then how you handle things with another person that doesn't look like me. You handle it very different. Like you kind of like acknowledge the fact that it was a weird woman, right?
It
But with
really just
me, but
depends on.
hold on,
Yeah.
sir, please, may I speak?
Mm. Yeah, sure.
But with me, it was all bets out. All bets out. You went in. I don't care nothing about what, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's something that like black women know. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I've been studying you and looking at you, and I really love all your viewpoints. And I appreciate you for the fact that you're standing up for women. But still, I want you to know that I acknowledge in the fact that I see a differentiation and the way you handle things when you might get a bit upset. The way you handle me is never how you ever handle any of your counterparts. That's what
I
I'm
don't.
saying. That
What
did
is my
not look like
counterpart?
me.
What is
I'm
my
sorry.
counterpart? What is my counterpart?
I'm trying to say something, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? You don't handle
Well,
them the way you handle me.
I mean, like I said, I don't remember what this encounter was because I talked to a lot
It's
of people.
innate. It's inside of you. It's inside of you, brother.
I
It's
don't
okay.
know. I
I
no,
know.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Like I
innate.
said,
You know
I
what
don't.
innate
Yeah.
means. You know what innate
Yeah.
means.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't.
So then
Again,
you understand what I'm
I don't know
saying.
what specifically is inside of me. Like
Yeah,
what?
You understand exactly what I'm saying. You're just saying that you're
No, I
not
don't. No, I don't.
acknowledging.
That's why I'm
No,
asking you.
if the word is innate and I'm giving you specific, um,
Can
uh,
I
What?
interject?
yes, sir.
I look, Tony. I think I'm not having a go at you here, man, but like I think you do understand what she's saying, and you
No, I don't.
kind of
That's why I
just
said I don't understand, and I'm asking her to
well,
elaborate. It
well,
seems like
I
she
do.
doesn't
I
like my
understand.
attitude. So
I
I don't know
ho-
what to say.
hold on.
I get attitudes with people sometimes, and I
Yeah,
don't know what
no,
to say about
so
that.
do
Like I
I.
do.
Everybody
Yeah.
gets attitudes with people sometimes. I'm just saying, look, I understand what she's trying to say. She just isn't gonna say it like it, and it's pretty
Well,
clear. She
I
doesn't
I
really
I, I
need
don't.
to.
I don't. That's why I'm asking, man.
Well,
So
I do, and I'm just sitting here listening. So, but I mean, at the end of the day,
congratulations, I guess.
I
I don't
think
know.
you know, like even if it's just a reaction to someone saying that, you know, like I know what she's saying. I don't agree myself, but like I don't think it's innately within me. But that's just to say that I don't understand what she's saying is I guess disingenuous. Does that make sense?
How so? I'm saying I don't understand because I don't know. So
Well,
I think you're just making
I'll
now
spell it out.
fallacious accusations.
I'll spell it out. I think that Safida, is that correct? Safida?
It's Safi, dear.
Safi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think there's a popular sort of view in society today that like all YT people are innately, or even at some level subconsciously, and not even knowing it, racist. You know, like there's that we have a sort of predisposition, I guess, to view.
Okay, so you're saying that you think I'm racist, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the point she's trying to make is pretty clear, and I don't I'm not judging her for it
Okay,
either.
so
I
then
mean,
let me
it's just
let
a
me
point
ask
of
her
view.
then, and okay,
Okay,
great. So
okay, all
let me
right.
ask her
Am I
because I guess
right,
this is the
or
problem
am
she
I
has with
right,
me.
Safid? Am I right?
So I would
Yeah, you're
so I would
absolutely
appreciate
correct,
if you
brother.
let me talk to her. So Safi, what do you think that I have done that makes me racist? I guess if you'd say that.
You're using the word racist, and I didn't use that word. I had a clear conversation with you. But what I will say is this: when I have studied you and I've seen you after we had that little run-in, I can clearly see that you didn't handle me as a woman, as a black woman, the way you handle those other crazy white women that be coming up there saying all kind of crazy stuff to you. And I didn't
Dude,
listen.
I
I never.
chewed out a crazy
May I
white gal
please?
the
May
other
I
day.
please? Okay.
So
Okay. Well, I didn't hear what you said because we can't talk at once. So
right.
so what I'm saying is, it's very clear how you handle. I see. I watched you because I really, really love your ideas and how you stick up for us and how you. And so people like that, I really try to study, like so I can really see the truth. And the truth is inside of you. I can see that you really care about these issues. However, I'm telling you, the way you handle conflict with a woman that look like you is not the same how you handle me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, then you haven't been watching me because I chewed out, like I said, I chew out anyone.
Yeah.
I'm
You
an
see,
equal opportunity roaster.
yes, I saw
Yeah,
it.
like
I did see
I
it.
literally just chewed out a white woman
Yeah,
not
yeah,
more than
and
3 or
that's
4
true.
days ago.
That's true. That's true. But I'm saying the approach. The approach. There was like a debate going on, right? And then you chewed her out for a certain thing. With me, I came up like abruptly and stopped everything because of the language that you were using. And I was saying, no, we can't do that. And you would say, I don't give a F who you are. It doesn't even matter, to me what you say. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. Like right off the bat. That's how we had an encounter. And Shantae had to tell
Well,
that's my mod, and I keep getting bananaed because people come up here and say stuff, but that's my mod. Please don't do that. Please don't disrespect her like that. She even had to
right,
stop everything and tell you don't treat me like that. You see? So it's not
right.
just
Well,
like
I
an
mean, I don't
isolated.
remember. So I mean, I'm yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's
No, and
here's
I
the
don't. I
well,
don't.
yeah, because like yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
So
no, I just want to just make sure that like when you're doing like these debates that you understand that there are people that look like me that are with you, and just try even in argument if you have a person that's opposition that looks like me, just handle her the same way you handle your counterparts. Like just make everything like clear instead of like listen like you listen to that white woman you were debating, right? Listen like sometimes it's not always someone's attacking you. It's just I have a job here,
Right.
So,
protect the line.
can
So
I interject again?
no, please don't. I would like no third parties because Safi wants to address me, and I would like to address Safi. So, I have a methodology, Safi, meaning like first I give when somebody is like addressing me, and it also depends on the context if they've interrupted or interjected at a point where I'm speaking with somebody else, and then they've thrown off my train of thought. That does tend to make me a little irritated. So sometimes I might get grouchy at somebody who's interrupted my train of thought. So I don't know the circumstance, and then also, but I tend to have a methodology. Let's say when I'm debating with somebody one-on-one, first I give somebody the benefit of a doubt. I give them the benefit of a doubt that they are in good faith. And first, I try to explain things to them. And after enough explanation, and I start to see them being obtuse or in denial of things, then I will reach the point like, okay, I've tried to explain things to you. You don't want to hear it. You're not open to it, or you're just being obtuse. And then I rip or roast somebody after that. So yeah, that's typically the methodology I have in debate. If it's a random, just like gumbo of everybody just interject their opinions whenever, well, then it's just a struggle to talk to anybody at that point. And at that point, I just roast people who say stupid shit, and it really doesn't matter. So that's normally how I am. I don't know what else to say other than that. I'm
No,
not
you're
here to
fine.
win points. I'm not
You're
here to
fine.
win points,
You're fine.
with
You're
anyone
fine. You're fine.
particularly.
No, listen, sir. You're Tony. I really like you for real. I really truly like you, and I listen to you a lot. And you make
Good thing I don't have no points to give out.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Shantae. I'll be quiet.
I'm just saying I have no points to give out. With me, anybody can get it, and it is what it is. But as I'm sure I'm sure this has been hashed now. At least I hope so. If not, maybe you can.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
recording,
It's done. It's done.
the
Yes,
live
ma'am.
is. No one is being bullied or harassed on the live. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. No one is being harassed or bullied on the live. There's no hateful rhetoric or hateful ideology being blood clot. I gotta keep myself steady. Disseminated on the live. There's no hateful rhetoric or ideology being disseminated on the live, nor is it being condoned. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm sure that was hashed out. Everybody said yes, yes, yes. Yeah. I like to get back to the conversation. If there's anything that
Sorry
hasn't
about
been
that.
hashed out,
I
no, it's all
apologize,
good.
Shantae.
It's
Right,
all
yeah.
good. It's all good.
And Safi, if I got an attitude
Hold
with
on,
you,
when I'm
I
talking, I
apologize.
don't like nobody. Wait till me done talk. Wait till me done talk. Oh my God. All right. If there's anything else that you guys want to say to each other other than apologizing and just hashing it out, you guys can host lives and you guys can talk about it. All right, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, Safi. I know I can come off very abrasive. So if my attitude towards you was not very accommodating or very welcoming, then I apologize. I do get grouchy with people sometimes, and I don't, and it's sometimes my patience is not so much on certain days, and I'm human. I make mistakes, and sometimes I'm an asshole to people, an a-hole to people. Sometimes just because I'm in a bad mood. Sometimes there's no good reason for it. Sometimes I'm just in a bad mood. It happens. I'm human like anyone else. So I am sorry if I did that to you. I don't remember it, but I'll try to be more cognizant of it. Okay.
Yes, and so it is, and it's done. It's done.
Okay.
So what were you saying, Shantae? You're trying to get like people up here that disagree?
That's what I want to do. Get some
Okay.
before I fall
It's
asleep.
done.
Yeah, and I'm an asshole too, so I understand. But Tony's not really a bad guy. He's good, and Safi likes him as well. So it is what it is. There's no harsh feelings here between any of us. We talk about what we talk about, and then we move on. We don't hold grudges here. Tony is an excellent debater, especially on these topics. Safi is an excellent contender too as well. She's very passionate. We're all here just, to talk about the trannies. That's all. If we bump it sometimes, we can hash it out and we get back to it. So it is what it is. Yeah, but
Exactly.
I'm gonna.
Exactly. So much love to you, Tony and Shantae. Thank you for allowing me
Thank
to
you.
be here.
Much love. Much love.
Much love, much love. I'm gonna see if I can get anybody that opposes to come up, Tony. If not, then I may go to sleep and let you
I'm
guys
gonna
handle it.
drop down. I think I should drop down if you want to do that, dear.
Yeah, because they're not gonna come up with so many
Okay,
people.
I'll be in the comments. I love you. Thank you, honey, for allowing me to speak. Tiger, so
Anytime.
much love to you, brother. You'll always be my brother. Follow me, and I'm gonna follow you back so I can really be in there when you
All right.
debate because you're a
All right.
champion. All right,
Yeah,
bye.
Tony's a good guy.
All right. I got you. I got you, Safi. I got you. And hey, Godspeed. God bless.
God bless Tony. Take care. I'm gonna drop everybody just to see if I can bring up anybody. If they don't come up, then you can come and chat it up, Tony, per usual. But I want to see if anybody will bite, if any fish will bite.
For sure.
Okay, cool. I actually tried dropping into a live as an op one time just for a laugh, and it's kind of like trolling, I guess. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. But hey, good luck and God bless, and see you next time.
Yeah, man. God bless. God bless. Next time.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Tony's a good man. He's an asshole. I'm an asshole. I get it. He gets it. Sometimes we will say things. It is what it is. But Tony's a good guy. I'm an asshole. I tell people that all the time. I'm an absolute asshole. I own it. It is what it is. Is there anybody who opposes the background? If you oppose the background, you're free to come up. I feel so freaking sleepy. I may have to just call it an evening. Like, oh my lord. And I haven't eaten anything. Oh yeah. I feel exhausted, man. You see how the views come up because they thought that Safi was gonna argue with Tony and stuff like that. We aren't like you people. We aren't like you people. We don't switch up on people like that. You guys came in here and all these other things like the leeches you are. You're so pathetic. You guys are so pathetic. Get a life. We don't switch up. We're not like you. We're not slithering snakes. We state our viewpoints. We state how we feel and we move past it. Did you guys see the Reddit about somebody and some, I don't know, people dropping addresses and names and stuff like that? People send me some stuff off of somebody's Reddit, something. I don't know. TikTok be acting crazy though. TikTok be acting crazy. Yes, so crazy, so crazy. Oh, isn't God good? Isn't God good? I'm going to end the live with a prayer. Not really a prayer. We're going to end the live with a Psalms. My favorite Psalm. Good night, Joshua Poo. It's just funny. People getting thousands of dollars on Tickety Talk. And I can't even get $50. I can't even get $50. Oh, Lord. I love you guys too so much. I'm going to read my favorite Psalms. I told you, no weapon formed against me prosper. No weapon formed against me. Yeah, Sluggy Mermaid. Sluggy Mermaid, do you want to come up or do I have to block you? Let me know. I don't look for hate to pay me. God is good. And I'm not a bum that sits on TikTok and grifts. Okay? I'm not a grifter. So I don't expect to be paid from Tickety Talk, darling. That's why I work. Work. And you won't even come up here. So you're going to get blocked, Sluggy Mermaid. Yeah, block it. If Sluggy Mermaid doesn't come up, block it. That means it's here to report. There you go. Bye-bye. All right. We're going to be reading from the book of Psalms. And it's my favorite Psalms. My absolute favorite Psalms. Yeah, I saw that it's blocked. Thank you, guys. Give you a second. Okay, Jesse. Oh, Lord. I really am tired. I can't even focus. I've been working live. I've been on the plantation trying to get me $1. I've been on the plantation trying to get me $1. All right, so here it is. This is Psalms. Or should I reach Psalms 36? All right, I'm going to read Psalms 36. The transgression. I don't know, Ethan. I'm not very good at these things. I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about that, darling. The transgression of the wicked, say it within my heart, that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He had left off to be wise and to be good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Thy mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and thy faithfulness reacheth unto the clouds. Thy righteousness is like thy great mountains. The judgments are as a great deep. O Lord, thou preservest man and beast. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadows of thy wings. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them drink of the rivers of thy pleasures. For with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light shall we see light. Oh, continue thy loving kindness unto them that know thee, and thy righteousness to the upright in heart. Let not the foot of pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. There are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise. So the scripture says that the workers of iniquity shall fall down and they shall not be able to rise. It is done. Oh, great is thy Lord. Plead my cause, O Lord. This is Psalms 35. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for my help. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be a shaft before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause have they hid for me their nets in a pit, which without cause have they dug for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let the net that he had hid catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivereth the poor from him that is too strong for him? Yea, that's it. I'm going to stop there. It's Psalms 35. I'm tired. I can't concentrate. God have mercy on me. I got to go. I'm sleepy. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow because I got to mop floors later on. All right. I got to mop floors. But I love each and every one of you so much. Ay, ay, ay. I love each and every one of you so much. Remember, for those of us who speak out against this ideology from our hearts, we don't do it for money. We don't do it for fame. We don't do it for notoriety. We do it because it needs to be done. Because the Almighty Father speaks to our hearts and tells us that this is not right. Our children need our protection. They need our care. They need us to advocate for them. Yes, you do it for attention. I get a lot of attention, darling. My ass is huge. I'm 5'2" with a fat ass with thighs that match. I get a lot of attention. You don't have to worry. But our children need us, right? Yes, you do it because you have this is my hobby. My hobby is dismantling, right? The fortress of Satan, brick by brick, layer by layer, okay? Nail by nail, board by board, until it's laid bare. So, yeah, this is my hobby. All right, but I love you guys. Protect the children, pray over the children, beg God to have mercy on us all. Repent daily. There is nothing in this world for us. There is nothing in this world for us. So the best thing you need to do, repent, give your life to Christ, and call it a day. Because this world will not get better. It will only get worse. This world will not get better. It will only get worse. All right? Love you guys. Later.